But what a fantastic championships. You know, we trained so hard all year and kind of built up this meet as being our pinnacle, and it really was just that. It was from the start of the meet all the way to the very end. It was with a lot of highs, a couple of lows, but really came out and did exactly what the team had trained for, what they had prepared for, and set the bar really, really high for seasons to come, because this was is as much success as we had last year. This one was a lot more successful for us. So we had a lot of momentum carrying into day two, where we start off with the 500 freestyles, do very, very well. And one of the weirdest things in my coaching career happened. We had two girls tied for 8th from our team. And so two freshmen, Jordan McCullough and Kylie Angstrom, had tied for 8th place. Well, normally in the case where you're tied for that, who's going to swim in finals, you have a swim off. Well, I'm not going to have them do another 500 and then turn around and do, both of them have to swim a third one at night. So we kind of did some analytics, trying to figure out who was going to be, who had performed the best at night in the past. Jordan McCullough's sister was also, who goes to Missouri State, was also in the finals. So Kylie just stepped up and said, you go beat your sister. And so she took the 9th place, very unselfish thing, goes and wins the console event that night. Her finals time would have finished 5th. Jordan goes in there, drops time, beats her sister, and gets 7th. So everybody was happy at that point. Not only that is Katie Taylor, who's had a phenomenal year, swims the 200 IM, and just really blows away the competition in the morning, breaking the Missouri Valley record, the school record, achieving an NCAA B cut. At night, swims even faster, but Lauren Pavel from Missouri State had a great swim and just beat her out in that. So she gets her first time on the podium with the 2nd place. Then we go on to the 50 freestyle, where Molly Lembazeder breaks 22 or 23 seconds for the first time in the morning, and does it again at night. Also breaking her own school record, winning the event for the 2nd straight year. Crystal Florman ties for 5th. Very well believed she could have got 2nd. You know, finished that evening with a fantastic 200 freestyle relay, where we go and break the MVC record in our 200 freestyle relay. And again, finished the night very, very well. And in her events the next day, going with starting with 400 IM, come out smoking. Katie breaks the MVC record in the morning, and achieves an NCAA B cut, seeded 1st. So we kind of have flashback of what's going to happen at night. Here she's seeded 1st, come back at night. She beats him by even more, drops more time, and just kind of obliterates that MVC record twice. Then we went on to the 200 freestyle, where our team just, you know, continues to do very well. We showed our depth. The girls stepped up, and we had 2 in the top 8. Went out and just took it out. Was just crushing everybody the entire time. Ends up finishing 2nd overall, for the first time breaking 1 minute 50 seconds, breaking the school record that was just previously broken twice the night before. And so again, we're just rolling. And then the 100 butterfly in the morning, and I wasn't really, we were watching all this, but I'm not really paying attention. But we just watched Crystal go out and she's nowhere near anybody. She's just going faster and faster. Touches, breaks her own personal record by 2 seconds, breaks the MVC record by 2 seconds, and goes on and defends her top seed at night to win a championship there, as well as achieving an NCAA B cut. Diving continued to, they had their first event on day 2, where we had a top 3 finish. Hannah Brummel finishes 3rd on the 1 meter diving, something that our previous divers have longed and struggled to do, kind of out of nowhere. She gets we get 2 in top 8, and she gets top 3. Of the 6 diving events and diving scores we had, 5 of the 6 were in top 8. And so Lori's done a fantastic job with them, and I want to give them all the credit for continuing their success throughout the year, and for having their best meet be the last one is where we went. Then the next day, we have the final day of the meet. Crystal and Molly goes under 50 seconds for the first time, going 49.88. Crystal and Molly are seeded 1-2. That's also the finish that they finished last year at the MVC Championships, and then they do it again that evening, getting first and second. Also that night, Katie Taylor is seeded second, going in the tuner backstroke, goes and really swims an incredible swim, dropping quite a bit of time, and as well as breaking the MVC record and winning that title. So a lot of really good swims in Afton Fife, finishing second with the time that she finished faster than the time she finished third in last year. So not only did we have come in, the meet was so much faster as we kind of predicted it would be, but we still have the talent and the depth to go ahead and continue to place very, very well. The highlight of us breaking our own MVC record and defending our title in the 400 free relay, and couldn't ask for a better way to end that meet, and really put our stamp on that we are a team that starts slow, I guess, in the year, but always performs best when it was in front of our hometown, our home crowd, and the crowds were great, and by far the best MVC championship, not just in performance, but in the way it was run. And I have to give a special thanks to Brooke Crozier-Sidebotham and Christina Roybal for taking the chance of getting it to Iowa for our championship. They ran the classiest meet, from sports information to media and everything. There was nothing but compliments. We have an incredibly professional and a staff that was dedicated to making this a great experience for our athletes.